Hello, my name is Cindy Darby, and I'm the bereavement supervisor with Banner Hospice. I'd like to welcome you to the celebration of remembrance, where we celebrate the life and honor the memories of our loved ones. Later in this program, we will have an opportunity to remember your loved one, so please have a picture nearby. And if you have a candle, that would be nice as well. As hospice caregivers, our mission is beyond ensuring the care and comfort of our patients. It also extends to providing support to their families and loved ones. You've welcomed us into your homes. You've told us your stories. We've shared laughs, and we have felt warmly embraced by your families. You've ultimately allowed us to be part of your family in one of life's most significant moments. And for that, we would like to say thank you. We know you have a choice when selecting hospice services, and we have been honored that you have allowed Banner to help provide care for your loved one. At Banner, we consider ourselves a team: nurses, doctors, music therapists, nurse practitioners, caregivers, social workers, chaplains, bereavement counselors, home health aides, volunteers, and office staff. We all work together to make our patients comfortable and provide relief to you during a stressful time. But we're more than a team, we're a family. And from our family to yours, we thank you for sharing with us your stories. After all, that's what life is. It's meant to be shared and remembered, like a story. It's not unusual to think that the loss of your loved one means it was the final chapter of their story. However, that's far from it. There are more pages to write in that book, and now it's our turn to keep writing. Which is what brings us together today, to write the next passage. Unlike the last few pages, these chapters won't be written with grief, because now it's time to celebrate their memory, to recall the extraordinary things that they did, to think about the hardships they endured and the journey they took. And let's not forget those extra special little recollections that bring a smile to our face. Before we know it, these chapters will be filled with a lifetime of memories, and we are honored to be part of the pages that make this life complete.
The twilight's come, I'm all alone. You're in my heart, but not at home. As shadows fall, the willows weep, I toss in bed too tired to sleep. The sun will shine tomorrow, even though you're far away. Wish we had more time tomorrow. Wish you would stay. Wish you could stay. Quiet midnight, tears dry on my cheeks. When I think of you, I dream and the stars sing me to sleep. The sun will shine tomorrow, even though you're far away. Wish we had more time tomorrow. Wish you would stay. Wish you could stay. Wish you would stay. Wish you would stay. Ooh. One day, well, I'll smile when I think of you. One day, I'll have happy dreams all night. One day, a new chapter, my teardrops will be dry. I'll turn the page and start to write. The sun will shine tomorrow, even though you're far away. Wish we had more time tomorrow. Wish you would stay. The sun will shine tomorrow, even though you're far away. You'll be on my mind tomorrow. In my heart you will stay. In my heart you'll stay.
A Time to Remember by Cat Betts. There's a time to remember soon enough, when days and nights won't be so tough. You will clear your mind, your heart stand still. You will remember, oh yes you will. The time so precious now in your soul would never leave you, they won't let go. There's a place in your heart that holds that special love, special memories and moments of your beloved. You feel like life won't be the same. Know that you're not to blame. Our loved one had to go ahead. There is a reason, don't be misled. You still and always loved and will sustain as you walk down memory lane. So hold on tight to your loving thoughts. They can't be sold or even bought. So when you're in your darkest room, reach in your heart, reach not so deep. The love and memories will always keep.
There is a wonderful quote from Thomas Campbell that says, "To live in the hearts we leave behind is not to die." This part of our service is about remembering and honoring your beloved. Throughout the history of mankind, storytelling has been the way to keep our most treasured memories alive. And we ask you to take a moment now to look at your loved ones picture, to possibly light a candle in their honor, and remember a time once shared that brought you joy, that can put a smile in your heart. Chaplain Betts said it so well in her poem. There is a place in your heart that holds that special love, special memories and moments of your beloved. We recognize that this may be tough for you and even cause tears. However, think of those tears as love as you process and heal from your loss. I'd like to read a native Apache grief blessing. May the sun bring you new energy every day, bringing light into the darkness of your soul. May the moon softly restore you by night, bathing you in the glow of restful sleep and peaceful dreams. May the rain wash away your worries and cleanse the hurt that sits in your heart. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. And may you believe in the courage of yourself. May you walk gently through the world, keeping your loved one with you always, knowing you are never parted in the beating of your heart. We now invite you to remember, to honor, and to reflect on your story of you and your beloved.
When each new year begins, at the stroke of midnight on January 1st, I'm always hopeful of what the year ahead will bring. This year, however, took a detour, unlike any other I've yet to experience. The losses have been many. We lost our ability to go out to a nice dinner. We lost our ability to get together with family and friends to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, graduations. We lost our ability to visit our friends or relatives in their care homes or in the hospital. And for some, we lost the ability to be at the bedside of our loved one at the time of their passing. The tie that binds us together through all of the losses, though, is the loss of these individuals in our lives. The loss of a loved one and the grief that follows feels at times like pushing a rock up a hill. Add to that loss the feelings of guilt you may carry because you lost your ability to physically be with that person, to say goodbye, to hold their hand, to kiss their cheek. Well, now it feels like pushing a boulder up a mountain. And when you add to it yet again the loss of closure, the loss of getting together with friends and family to celebrate the life that was lived at a service, well, now it feels like you're pushing multiple boulders up Mount Everest. It feels insurmountable. Our grief experience during a pandemic is different. What remains a constant is that the experience of grieving will look different for all of us. There is no one-size-fits-all approach. We can start pushing those boulders up the mountain, no matter how high. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself the grace to feel each emotion as it is. Connect in new and different ways to share stories and pictures. We have lots of high-tech options these days, but it also works by good old-fashioned mail or a phone call. Honor your loved one by doing something they loved. My aunt loved to be in her flower beds. I honor her by planting something new each year. My grandpa loved to putz around the hobby shop, so when I want to feel close to him, I do one of my favorite hobbies. And sometimes we need a little extra oomph to help us get those boulders over Everest. Those are the times to seek out grief counseling, support groups, trusted friends or relatives. It's okay to feel that the grief is insurmountable. But just like the start of each new year, I remain hopeful that it is not. I remain hopeful that we will come together in new and different ways to help each other through our grief. I remain hopeful we will find creative ways to honor the lives of those we have lost this year. I remain hopeful that those boulders will go rolling down Everest to land on the other side of the summit to build something beautiful, strong, and resilient, to keep us forever hopeful, no matter the detours life takes us on.
Untitled Poem for Grievers by Brent Thomas. It doesn't take much for me to lose myself in grief, to lose my place in our story. The hurt of loss and the fog of loneliness wash over me till I don't know where I begin. The waves come and the waves go. The tides seem random, but they're not. Sometimes it's the scent he used to wear, the song she used to love, the rhythm and jangle of everyday life, the shadow in the corner of an eye. And the waves come and the waves go. And sometimes I don't know where I am. And sometimes I don't know where to go. Tossed and battered, wounded and scarred, but hoping to still be hopeful. And as the tide swallows itself, I'm left with the song or the scent or the pain of life without you. And I know that this feeling is my love for you with nowhere left to go. So please remind me of our connection and give me something to hold on to. And as the tide retreats, I exhale the emptiness and I breathe in our love, and my heart can again see the light. Though you're gone, you're not. You're always with me. We're always together. It's just different. And I know that the pages of our story roll on. It doesn't take much for me to get lost in our love, because though you're gone, that's still where I find myself, and I'm no longer lost. Even in the waves, I know that our love remains my anchor.
The water is wide, I can't cross over. Neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I. There is a ship, and she sails the seas. She's loaded deep as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I am in. I know not how I'll sink or swim. Down in the meadow the other day, gathering flowers for a bouquet, gathering flowers both red and blue. A little thought what love can do. The seagulls will, they turn and dive. The mountain stands beside the sea. The world we know turns round and round, and all for them, you and me, and all for them, and you and me.
Although I was called upon to make the closing remarks, I prefer to call them completion remarks. As grievers, we will never reach closure to the degree that we never feel pain or miss our loved ones, but we will get through it. We know that we will never close out their memory, nor will we ever forget them. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for allowing us to honor your loved ones and remember them together. Now, as a bereavement counselor, I often say, I don't know how you feel, and I won't say that I do. I can only relate to what I've experienced when my loved ones have died. I would like to continue telling story with a short story about when my mother died under hospice care several years ago. I helped all the children in the family process her death. The kids were very close to their great-grandmother, whom they called Mummy. We went to Build-A-Bear workshop, and each one of us made our own bear. I actually put her favorite team shirt on my Mummy bear. And the kids held the little hearts that go inside the bear in their tiny little hands and put them inside. Then we came home and sat on the floor and we held our Mummy bears close. And I began to share a simple story about how our family believes that we are made up of 3 parts. That there is this physical part that we can see and touch and feel. And then there are the invisible parts, the soul and the spirit. I talked with them about upcoming days and what we would be doing when we held the funeral. And I really did my best to simplify these complicated theological concepts that I had studied in school down to where the children could get it. But it was my little niece Victoria, who was 5 at the time, who said it the best when she looked me in the face and she said, "Oh, Aunt Rick, I get it. We'll put skin mummy in the ground and spirit mummy will live in our heart forever." And so today, as we complete this service, I leave you with the wise words of a child. Even though we long to hold the physical part, that we long to touch, to share, and to hold their hands, we do have the comfort in knowing that their spirit will live in our hearts forever.